Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host, Saeed. I do want to thank you for joining us tonight. Wednesday, the 8th of December, 2021, right here on Real Talk with Saieed Ali, live on Synergy Television. So viewers, remember, this is the month of December. We all say it is the Christmas month. We all say it is the month of giving. We have started our food drive. A lot of people who had their names down, they came and collected their hamper today, yesterday, the day before that too. So we started giving out our hampers as promised. But you can still make a contribution. You can still make a contribution, viewers. Not this Friday, the following Friday, we will be drawing the BMW for somebody in Trinidad or Tobago. As promised, as promised. You know, I stick to my promises. I don't say something that I cannot do. That will break me from being me. But nevertheless, I do apologize for not going live Tuesday night. Tuesday would have been the 7th of December. But nevertheless, we thank God for health and strength. Remember, we are live on Synergy Network. Our office numbers are 238-6716, 339-1670, 267-7325 to get in touch with Real Talk, Group of Companies, Financing and Investment Department. So we have a little more for you viewers, but around 7:30 we're going to let you know about our office in South and what percentage rate they are offering to you, the citizens of San Fernando and environs. But nevertheless, we're starting off our program tonight. Share our live stream, viewers. Real Talk with Saieed Ali on Facebook, TT Real Talk on YouTube, and let's get the ball rolling. At Wednesday night, we're going to shift a little bit from the public concerns night because there are issues to deal with. So the United States government has announced that the donation of 304,200 doses of Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine, which represent the second tranche out of a total of 907,920 to be donated to the people and government of Trinidad and Tobago. The donation brings a total number of Pfizer vaccine that the United States has announced to Trinidad and Tobago to 609,570. The U.S. Embassy said this donation is part of the Biden-Harris administration commitment to lead in the effort to vaccinate the world, having shipped over 280 million free vaccine to 110 countries to help get out of this pandemic. So viewers, the Biden administration have donated over $280 million, over 280 million free vaccine to 110 countries. And we government here cannot even see about our people in the right way. Just imagine that, Just imagine that. 238-6716 is our phone line to call in live on our program tonight, viewers, and every other night. Now, there has been no change to the outcome of the preliminary result of the THA election. The following the completion of the two recount, according to a release by the Election and Boundaries Commission, the PDP's winning Buku Mount Pleasant candidate Sonny Craig saw his vote increase by 1, extending his lead over his opponent Ansel Dennis to 3. Across in Darrell Spring, there was no change to the votes received for either candidates, leaving it as the only electoral district won by the PNM. As such, the ABC stated that the PDP won the THA election by securing 14 votes out of the 15 district, the 14 district out of 15. So just imagine, the Tobagonians wanted a change. They wanted a change. And they did that during the election. So that is why sometimes when you hear callers calling and say, Saeed, the people look for what they're getting now. It's because they had a chance at the polls. And they choose to put back the PNM government. But who is me to say? That is the votes of the people. That is the votes of the people. They wanted that. They got that. So sometimes what you get, that's where you have to take. But it's not everybody will settle for take that. Not me. I will talk about it. So I want to hear about Tobago. I want to hear what the Trinidadians now have to say concerning the THA election. They wanted a change. You see, Tracy could have told the Tobagonians whatever she wanted. She could have made whatever promise she wanted. They did not get their zip line. But yet, look at my boy there. Hey, whining down to the ground. All you see me no green jersey as yet? And what this man come and teach me that dance, boy? You see that? You see that piece of dance? Oh, good. Look at that. The man sweet too bad. The man know eating. I ain't blaspheming the man. I ain't bashing the man. The man know eating. Not everybody could bend their neck and their waist like that, you know. Not everybody. So, come back to me. So, Trinidad and Tobago. Tobago has made a change. Is the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago now going to stand up and demand a change? How many promises or empty promises shall we the people keep on hearing? And how many times those in authority gonna continue using TTPS to bully the citizens of our country? Because I want to tell them officers something. All of them who visited the day of prayer and reflect on the Queen's Park Savannah, November 30th, that went by. Every officer that attended there with rude intention, I must say. I want you to understand something, officers. And this message we are saying now is for the entire TTPS. When you hear, you all cannot get salary increase. You all cannot protest. And to the officers that bullied citizens, like if it's a rag doll they were handling, I want you to understand something also, officer. When you cannot get your back pay, you cannot protest. When dad go up in the grocery, you ain't paying nothing different. You paying the same price those citizens that were there in the savannah would pay. I want you to understand that. You see, some of them, because they have a gray uniform and a blue pants and something marked TTPS, you feel you could conquer all. Gary Griffith was the commissioner of police. Where is he today? He was the head of TTPS. Where is he today? So I want the officers to understand something. Yes, you are to uphold the law. But at the same time, when you come out of that uniform and you go home to your loved ones and your salary cannot meet your demand that the house have, what you're going to do? You're going to jump out and work taxi just like the normal man as a sideline job. You're going and you might push a trolley in the grocery for somebody. I want to let you understand that. You see, I'm going to tell you something. I just deal with a lot of high-ranking TTPS police officers. I would not call name. I would not call name. And they, watch me, you see that incident that took place in the savannah? They called me, they said, Saeed, that the police use TTPS to carry out their jobs. That is what they did. When I tell him about senior, I mean senior, you know. He said, Saeed, no part of what they did is policing. How the hell it didn't have no police? When Tobago was campaigning for THA election, where was the police? I'm asking. Because I will tell you something. When tire price go up, every citizen who have a car, including TTPS officers, have to buy tire. How do you think we have police vehicles looking like that? Like box cats in Trinidad and Tobago. A fender tie up, a light tie up, some missing fender, some have no backlight. Some of them watch it, when you hear watch it tire on the police van, it's smooth like the bonnet. All let us feel is joke. All let us feel is joke. Caller, good night.
Hello, good night.
Go right ahead, you're live on Real Talk, my friend.
Yeah, keep up your good work. And Monday was my birthday.
Monday was your birthday. How old are you?
37.
37. Congratulations, my friends. I wish you many more. So, viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, but nevertheless, when we come back, we're going to kick off the Wednesday night program. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host, Saieed Ali, consultant and investor businessman.
Can't watch Real Talk on TV? Have no fear. You can also watch Real Talk on the go live on YouTube and Facebook at Real Talk with Saieed Ali on youtube.com and TT Real Talk on facebook.com. Don't forget to like us and share us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the notification bell.
Are you looking for the right investment? Are you looking for a greater return on your hard-earned cash? Look no further. Contact Real Talk Group of Companies located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. At Real Talk Investment, you can earn up to 3.5% interest on your 3-year investment. Don't miss out on this amazing offer. Do contact us now on 339-1670, 238-6716 for further information. Our helpful team is ready to assist. Real Talk Investment. Real people matter to us. This ad was paid for by Real Talk Group of Companies Limited.
Are you looking for quick cash and do not know where to turn? We have got the answer for you. Visit us at Real Talk Group of Companies. We are a licensed money lending financial institution. We are located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. Our phone numbers are 339-1670, 267-7325 or 238-6716. Contact us today. We look forward to hearing from you.
Welcome back to viewers. Welcome back. Now, a majority of Tobagonians opted for a change on Monday when they elected the Progressive Democratic Patriots, that is the PDB, headed by Watson Duke and Farley Augustine, to run their Tobago House of Assembly affairs until 2025. Now, in his victory speech, Augustine warned the PNM government and Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley that his party's victory meant that Tobago had rejected bullying and other tactics.
We in Tobago have rejected your bullying tactics, and that the kind of bullying that is part of the political culture in Trinidad is not welcomed in Tobago. And so, Mr. Prime Minister, even before we get to Thursday's swearing in, I want to say to you that I hope we can have a cordial relationship, because country must come before party and country must come before self. I urge you, do not spite Tobago, because the Tobagonians I know are mighty enough to also get rid of you.
You all heard that? Strong statement, strong speech by one of the leaders of the PDP. No more bullying. No more. You see, on November 30th, the day that Trinidad and Tobago called the day of prayer and reflection, they were not free. They were not free to execute the freedom of speech. They were not free to execute the freedom of gathering in one accord. They were not free to execute one voice. You know why? Somebody feel they had all the power when the TTPS officer went there and started locking up individuals. How come nobody ain't get locked up in the March in Tobago? In the campaign? How come nobody? Hands! How come nobody ain't get locked up in Tobago for the THA election when they're campaigning, but they get locked up in the Queen's Park Savannah? Where's Hines? Hines in Trinidad? Saieed wants to know. And for the rest of this week, I will be calling you out. How come nobody ain't get locked up for the THA election? When there was campaigning on the streets, how come nobody? But a group of civilized Trinidadians gathered on November 30th to lift their voice in one accord, just to say, we are fed up. People start getting locked up. Hines, where are you? Are you a proper Minister of National Security? Or are you taking orders from somebody bigger than you? You see, I'm the only man in Trinidad could come out on television and ask all you know, and demand it too, you know. You're a human being as a human being. You're a man in power as a man working with power. You're a businessman as a businessman. You for the people? Well, I'm not sure about that. But I know where I stand for the people. Now listen this. Meanwhile, PNM Tobago Council leader Tracy Davison Celestine, who lost her seat, conceded and stated that Tobagonians wanted changed. We could agree with that. And had voted for the other side. Listen to this.
There was an election and we did not make it. The people decided, of course, that they want change, and so they voted the other party. I take the opportunity tonight to congratulate rather the PDP and their leadership for winning this election, and I wish them all the best in the upcoming term of office in the Tobago House of Assembly.
I do thank you, Tracy, for coming out and making such a brave statement. I congratulate you for that. But Tobagonians still wants to know where all the money was spent on the zip line and where is the zip line. We still need accountability. With the PDP coming into power in Tobago, I hope that Watson Duke and his team will launch an inquiry. Now, this is not wasting money. Launch an inquiry into where the money went for the zip line for Tobago and who should be held accountable for it. So, Watson, you have your task ahead of you. Now, Tracy Davison Celestine added that she was saddened by the situation.
But as for us on this side, of course, we are saddened by the loss tonight, but at the same time, it's an opportunity, as the Vice Chair would have indicated, for us to regroup and do our introspection, and of course, look at new ways in which we can appeal and appease the members of the public out there.
Now, Tracy, I am also saddened that your party lost, but I am also saddened that a lot of money went into the zip line, and this Begonian never received it. They are all saddened by it. So it's probably because of their sadness, and their hurt for the zip line that all they promised. Probably that's why they decided to change you all. You see, I will tell you something. It's about 20 years the THA was run by the PNM, and they decided they wanted a change. Why are you keeping us on the back burner as Begonians when we should have been in the front burner? Why? So now the PDP they have the option now. They will be in power very soon to carry Tobago into where? In the 21st century. Watson Duke and his party have the opportunity now to make Little Tobago, as they say, the crown jewel, or I would say the little Dubai of the Caribbean. Paula, good night.
Very good night, partner. How are you doing?
I good.
All right. I just wanted people from Tobago to know that they are not with the PNM anymore. They are with the PDP. And it means that they are opposition side, and you will see whether the central government will treat Tobago now as how it treating the people across the Caribbean River.
I understand what you're saying.
And I will expect that.
I understand what you're saying.
Thank you, sir.
Now, thank you, my friend, for such a brave statement. Well said. Now, I, Saieed, am a trained Begonian. And I'm making a statement very bold and very brave. I am a trained Begonian. And I will stand with the people of Tobago in demanding change. And Watson Duke also have to understand just how we have been monitoring the PNM and their spending, just so we're going to monitor the PDP on their demands and the execution of their plan with the people's money. With the people's money. Because if they don't serve the people as promised, the wider world is going to hear Saieed lighten up individuals in Tobago with positions as I do in Trinidad. I cast no stone, but I will stand with my fellow Tobagonians. I will stand with them. So hear this now. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley had been in Tobago since last Friday, but was not seen at the location. But nevertheless, he went to Tobago. He's a Tobagonian. He have all rights to be there. It was an election. Being the Prime Minister, he had rights to be there. If he is not seen in the party, he was probably in the back somewhere. I don't know. But nevertheless, it has come and gone. Now it's time for progress. Caller, good night.
Good night, Saieed.
Go right ahead, my friend, you're live.
Doesn't the rejection of the PNM in the THA elections speaks loud and clear that even the two sitting PNM MPs is also rejected?
Correct.
So on moral grounds, these two people should have relinquished the seats and give way for fresh election, but noting the way that how the PNM operates without shame, chances are they are going to remain. And I want to echo what you said just now. One of the mammoth tasks, if not the most important task for Watson Juke, it will take time for them to develop, but they must immediately, their first order of business must be to examine the spending for the last 6 years,
Correct.
or as far as possible. It is our money, it is not Tobago's money, it is Trinidad and Tobago money.
Correct.
And let the world know. Like all these zipline projects and all these kind of things, where it went, and those who have to be locked up, let them get locked up, and let the world know that this is the PNM trend, and most likely it is happening here again. So that is the first, as Faris always say, follow the money.
Correct.
Now, what joke?
Well said.
Also follow the money and know how much is spent. And secondly, sir, there is widespread allegation, I'm saying allegation at this point in time, about inducement by the PNM for people to vote for them. Let these people come forward. That is the criminal offense.
Correct.
It is misbehavior. So Watson Juke and them should follow this closely. It is not victimization. And then you would see how the PNM lie to how much money they reach. Secondly, on our next note, sir, what I am observing is that prior to the vaccination, you had less cases and less death. I don't know, I really don't know, but is there a correlation with the vaccination and how much people are dying? Because remember, this vaccine came, non-disclosure agreements, and,
Yes.
the Prime Minister himself, I don't know if he is a big kahuna. He extended the life of expired vaccines.
Correct,
Did you
correct.
remember? He said he personally extended that. Is it that is the effect that is having our people? Is it that is good for nothing vaccine this man bring? Because nobody knows what kind of vaccine from here. These things, I am saying that they should put a hold on the vaccination process until this thing is examined, because our people are dying and no one is standing liability. Now, when is it they are going to do something about the cost of these funerals? Why is it that they have selected only a few handful of funeral homes for that?
I
People
understand.
are suffering. I only hope now they rethink their strategy with this property tax and call election now. Call election now. Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you, my friend. So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, but nevertheless, there is lots more in store right here on Real Talk with Saieed Ali.
Are you looking for quick cash and do not know where to turn? We have got the answer for you. Visit us at Real Talk Group of Companies. We are a licensed money lending financial institution. We are located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. Our phone numbers are 339-1670, 267-7325 or 238-6716. Contact us today. We look forward to hearing from you.
Are you looking for the right investment? Are you looking for a greater return on your hard-earned cash? Look no further. Contact Real Talk Group of Companies located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. At Real Talk Investment, you can earn up to 3.5% interest on your 3-year investment. Don't miss out on this amazing offer. Do contact us now on 339-1670, 238-6716 for further information. Our helpful team is ready to assist. Real Talk Investment. Real people matter to us. This ad was paid for by Real Talk Group of Companies Limited.
So welcome back to Real Talk, viewers. Now, remember I have been saying that we were opening another branch, a sub-office in San Fernando, Real Talk Group of Companies. Now, like I said, we are a licensed money lending financial institution. We also have a fixed deposit system in place, binded by legal agreements. Our head office is on 14 Caroni Savannah Road in Chaguanas. Those of you who know that. We have an office in South now. Well, yesterday, the reason why I was not on air last night live, we had a rerun, is because I was busy in my South office doing the final touch-up. So opening soon, Real Talk Investment. So viewers, as of today, our office in San Fernando, it is on Cipero Road in San Fernando. just after Prince Albert Street, the second building. That is the front. Well, I am making a lighting sign. Hopefully by the end of the week, there's a proper sign will be there. But that is our opening sign. Our office is open in San Fernando for business. For those of you who know where the Southern Sale is, we're picking up Southern Sales tonight. Not too far from Southern Sale. So that is our office in San Fernando, viewers. Take note of this number. Our South office number 242-7690. 242-7690, and that is my direct cell number there, 339-1670. So viewers, let videos run. So viewers, Real Talk Group of Companies, Financing and Investment Department, our branch sub-offices in San Fernando, we have opened up our doors today, officially open today. So those of you who are in the southern area, and you have been hearing about the 2.5%. So here it is. For the month of December, or for the rest of 2021, at our South office, you will be getting 2.75%. Still, the highest amount of interest being paid on our fixed deposit is through Real Talk Group of Company. Like I said, we are a licensed money lending financial institution. Those are my staff there. Let me tell you something. We're ready for business. We're ready for business. So if you have your little, your little 10,000, your 5,000, your 100,000, your 200,000, put down in a financial institute, and you're not getting a proper return, a proper investment, why not open a fixed deposit system with Real Talk Group of Companies and get the maximum amount of 2.75% for the rest of 2021 at our South office. I know a lot of people have been waiting for this, so it is finally here. Our South office is open and ready to do business with you, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. Remember, Real Talk Group of Companies is a registered and legal company in Trinidad and Tobago. We lend money legally. Legally. Licensed money lender. So viewers, Christmas coming, as long as you have a little collateral for Real Talk Group of Companies to hold, you get in finance. You get in finance. So I am just one member of the board, but nevertheless, it is a group. It is a group of companies: Real Talk Security, Real Talk Production, Real Talk Group of Companies. So we're ready for business in South. Those of you who have been waiting, our South office is open. You can contact me tomorrow at 339-1670, or you can call the South office at 242-7690. We are located in the second building after Prince Albert Street on Cepero Road in San Fernando. It's close to the Southern Sale area. Not far. You just call, come in, make a fixed deposit. Retirement plan, come in. Why would you get 0.05% on 100,000, about $500 for the year, when you can get 2.7, that's $2,750 on your same 100,000? We're in a pandemic. God is blessing Real Talk Group of Companies, and we're reaching for the sky. So very soon, you're gonna hear Real Talk Credit Union very soon. Let me tell you something. When that credit union, Real Talk Credit Union, introduces itself to Trinidad and Tobago, it will be banking in a different way for credit union, you know. I'm making a statement. That is what I'm doing. Is banking in a different way for credit unions. Mark my words, viewers. But nevertheless, caller, good night.
Hello, good night.
Go right ahead, you're live on Real Talk.
Yes, Mr. Saieed, I want to call you. Take a hamper.
Hamper, call the office tomorrow. Thank you, my friend. So, political leader of the People's National Movement, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley, have stated that the central government will continue to serve the people of Tobago following the party's defeat in the recent Tobago House of Assembly election. Are you, the citizens of Tobago, are you going to get your $60 million waterfront? I'm just asking. Because remember, the PM said money have been allocated. Let's wait and see. The PM stated that once again, the people of Tobago have gone to the polls and have taken part in a free and fair election, which showed that in the nation democracy, my mistake, in the nation democracy is very much alive and well taken care of. But how come it didn't have that in the Queen's Park Savannah on November 30th? Where was our democratic right and freedom of speech and freedom to gather? How the hell the police didn't go in the Valsain wedding? The officer who led that team of officers to go in the Queen's Park Savannah, how the hell you didn't go by the businessman house where about 200 guests gathered in the pandemic, in COVID-19? Where is that officer? Are you still on duty? So how come now, Hines now, not questioning that officer as to who gave him the authorization to go there and lock up people and did not go to the Valsain wedding and lock up nobody? Hines, I'm putting you on the spot. Let me tell you something. You see nonsense? I don't tolerate them kind of thing, you know. This is one man on television, one businessman in Trinidad, one spiritual man in Trinidad, one Muslim man in Trinidad, one individual, one citizen. Let me tell you something. Well, you can't come around me with no nonsense, you know. My needle point and bend, you know. You will get choked with it and blood might come out. If all you tell all yourself, Saieed is nothing, man. We could walk over here. 4 men tried to walk over my son. 3 of them get blind and police shoot 1. So if all I want to try and walk over again, you all are welcome. You see, when I speak on television, I speak with authority. I speak with power. You see how our Prime Minister has come across? I want my money. Can TTPS officers say so? No, you cannot say that. If you get your money 2 months after, stay quiet and come to work. And then let me tell you something. How many individuals they stand for the right thing? How many individuals they stand up for Trinidad and Tobago? Well, they might walk over everybody else. But come to me, careful how well you're raising a steel tip, you know. Because your steel tip might squeeze your toe while you're raising it. So here it is. The PM stated that the results have clearly indicated that the people of Tobago on this occasion opted for a change. Even the Prime Minister recognized that. But we citizens, we can't recognize that. The Prime Minister recognized the citizens of Tobago stood for change, vote for change. But we in Trinidad here, we know the difference between condensed milk and powder milk mixed in water thick. The PM added that on this occasion, we have been replaced. Even in disappointment, we commit to continue to be of service to all the people of Tobago and remain resolute in the quality of life of all Tobagonians. However, the PM yesterday dismissed allegation that he would seek to penalize the residents of Tobago in light of the PNM overwhelming loss in the THA election on Monday. But let's just wait and see what will take place. Opposition leader Kamala Prasad Bisasa have sent congratulations to the Progressive Democratic Patriots, PDP, on the resounding victory at the Tobago House of Assembly polls. Deputy political leader of the PDP, Farley Augustine, is expected to be sworn in as the next chief secretary on Thursday once there are no additional changes or challenges to the result. Pusat Bisasa said, the people of Tobago have spoken their voice and are clear, and are they not, and not to be ignored. So viewers, I would like to hear some of you now. What are your thoughts on the PDP winning the THA election? I want to hear you Tobagonians. Caller, good night.
Hello, good night.
Go right ahead, you're live on Real Talk, my dear.
Good night, Saeed. I live on France Garden in Clapton Bay on 5th Street Extension. And it's like a man come and take a fork and take a water connection.
FIFA Wasa connection?
Yeah.
Did you make a report to the police station or Wasa?
Over a year now.
Over a year now?
Yeah, nobody ever come.
Wow. Thank you, my dear.
And they just keep on and we don't get water on the hill.
Okay, okay. Well, I'm guessing somebody in Wasa is listening to this. Thank you, my friend. Minister of Health Terence Dial Singh have stated that Trinidad and Tobago healthcare system stands ready to handle an increase in COVID-19 infection that may arise out of yesterday's Tobago House of Assembly THA election. Hey, let me tell you something. If I wasn't standing here labeling Terence Dial Singh or Minister of Health, you see this statement that I just read, he would have never said anything. Never, never, never say anything. But I'm still waiting for the Davis home report, Terence. If your name man, bring it out. Terence, if your name man, bring out the Davis report. COVID-19 might come and go 10 years from now and you're still waiting on the report. And I'm still waiting for you to bring it in the public domain. Because you tell the public you're still waiting for the report to be dropped on your desk. Feel I forget you? I ain't forget you, you know. I'm just waiting to see the card you're playing. So here it is, viewers. The minister added that whether it is due for an election, Delta and Omicron, he will continue to encourage persons to practice the 3 W's.
We are always prepared to accommodate extra persons following any congregation. Let's hope that everything goes well today in Tobago. And you just heard me say that we have expanded our step-down facilities and will be expanding it from 188 beds to 342. That is in preparation for all eventualities, whether it's due to an election, whether it's due to Delta, whether it's due to Omicron, whether it's due to any gathering. But we encourage people, again, to practice the 3 W's, plus a V, ventilation, plus a V, vaccine. Thank you.
So now, viewers, Dial Singh also mentioned that the Ministry of Health distributed 115 oxygen concentrators among the 5 regional health authorities and will still maintain their tight capacity for high flow and high needed patients. He noted that persons should be vigilant, and though they are vaccinated, while the unvaccinated will have to follow the 3 W's to have an extra layer of protection that a vaccine will give.
The takeaway message, what I've been asking the population to do for the past few weeks, even before Omicron, was that of vigilance. We need to be vigilant. The vaccinated, you have that extra layer of protection. However, you still need to practice the public health measures of wearing your mask, especially washing your hands, social distancing, and thank you for being vaccinated. For the unvaccinated, you have to follow those 3 W's even more stringently because you don't have that extra layer of protection that a vaccine will give you. And we urge you at this time of congregation, of meeting and greeting people to be even more careful of yourself and those around you who depend on you for their safety.
Hey viewers, remember Terence was saying about, he was hypered about the march, the day of prayer and reflection in Savannah, and more or less he was like allegedly condemning the people for coming out, and in studying we have Omicron and Delta. Remember how he was hyped up? You ain't see how this man sit down nice and calm and give any briefing? Only and realize that? Only remember when he wept? Trinidadians, Tobagoans, you all remember when Terence pulled aside on the Baron Lara Promenade and saw the gathering of people and he wept, he shed a tear. I wonder if he didn't shed a tear while the THA election was going on. All I remember that? He didn't shed a tear. But he shed a tear for the day of prayer and reflection on November 30th. You would shed a tear because the Omicron and the Delta and the different strain of COVID-19, and you're shedding your tear. Terry, you didn't shed no tear for Tobago House of Election. You didn't shed no tear. You didn't have no tear to shed. One-sided. I could say that. Here it is. Prime Minister Dr. Kiroli have stated that some persons are feeding the virus by not following the health protocols and refusing to be vaccinated. Hey! Let me keep my calm. Let me finish this. Rowley stated that he was a little disappointed that there were so many cases in Tobago and that the population had the possibility to isolate from the virus as there were enough vaccine for all of Tobago. He added that despite the expansion of ICU beds, the virus was infecting faster than they can put beds.
Given the rate at which the infection would grow, given the history of the virus, it is not reasonable to expect that we can proportionately increase the amount of ICU beds to maintain the level of service, because the virus is infecting far faster than we can put beds.
You see, when Terence Dialsing said it was like a fax machine, when it gets into your system, it just started copying. While that copied in your system, PM, how you think? Are they slow to put beds? So compare now your slowness to put beds to Terence fax machine. Yeah? You want to say you disappointed? Don't be disappointed. It was God's hand on you that saved your life. You have comorbidities. It's God's hand on your life that saved you, not the vaccine. Because many people took the vaccine And they are complicated today. My Baba took the vaccine and he cannot stand on one leg. He can't as he used to. I am on air, live on television, and I am making a live statement. If anybody wants to go and see me, it's not a problem. I will carry you. Excuse. The PM stated that persons are feeding the virus excuse, and those on restrictions are turning up at parties or supermarkets. Right?
People are in fact feeding the virus. There are some people in the population who are feeding the virus. There are some people who are refusing to be tested when they are symptomatic. And because they don't want to be tested, because if they test positive, it will restrict their movement. And what is the corollary of that? You go untested and you move. And what you're doing if you're infected and you're moving, you're infecting people. That is what is going on in some situations. We've had people who are home on restriction, turning up at parties or in the supermarket, just thinking that being restricted is just too much. So the virus enjoys all of that. I could simply continue to appeal to people that if you are sick in Tobago or in Trinidad, if you are sick or you think you're sick or you think you've been exposed, help us out. Isolate. Isolate.
I love what our Prime Minister said. I love what he said. The PM stated that persons are feeding the virus and those on restrictions are turning up at parties and supermarkets. Remember when you had the incident in Tobago? I believe it was the Magdalena incident where his cart accidentally bounced the woman. Remember she tested positive for COVID-19? So being tested positive for COVID-19, the PM said he was in her companionship for probably about 5 or 10 seconds. Now, before the testing, it would take you about 2 hours or 3 hours before the individual tested. Weren't she in his capacity? She was bringing Lucasade. All remember that, Trinidadians? Togonians, you all remember that? She was bringing Lucasade for him in his cart. How does Terrence say the virus spread? With droplets. So if she tested positive after 3 hours prior to her testing positive, she would have held the Lucasade with a sweaty palm, I suppose. What comes out of the body? Sweat. How does the virus spread? By sweat molecules. Terrence, where are you there, boy? The Prime Minister said now they tested positive when they're supposed to be in restrictions. They're partying. When the woman tested positive, where our PM went? Not in Scotland? All talk now, man. I hate to remind all what all you forgot. Didn't he board a plane and went down Scotland while this one tested positive here? All talk. And the PM vaccinated? But we have vaccinated people getting COVID-19. We have vaccinated people dying. But the Prime Minister talking who's supposed to be restrictions going party? Let me tell you something. He's supposed to be in a 14 days quarantine period. But where was he? Because the individuals who was around him tested positive. So 3 or 4 hours now prior to she testing positive. Where was she? I am here to remind you, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, what our leaders are doing and how they are switching the ball from hardball to softball. Well, come now, man. With regards to the opening of beaches, Rowley added that it was congregating and partying, which the government is afraid of.
With respect to the beaches, it is not the beach itself that we're worried about, you know. It's not being in the water or being sunned on the beach that we're worried about. It is the congregation and the partying around beaches that we are afraid of. And you here in Tobago know that. Because as people come to the beaches, part of the experience is some element of gathering in and around the beaches.
Welcome, caller.
Yeah, good night.
Go right ahead, my friend. You're live on Real Talk.
Yeah, good. Pleasant evening to you. So, what I want to say is that what the outing said, it was right, that anybody wants to open beaches and things, the Prime Minister have to give the answer for that. You see, he who calling the shots, he who giving all of them the direction of what to do. So he playing God. But we see what happened to the people of Tobago. They stay quiet and they let them do what they want. They wait for the day and they put an end to them. That is the same thing Trinidad people have to do. You know what amazed me the most? When he spoke and he said the amount of money he just pumped in Tobago, Trinidad money we're going to Tobago, you know?
Correct.
And the amount of money he just take from this island to pump it in that island. And when we go over there, we're not welcome. That is one. And then the next thing about it is that where all of this spend in Tobago. When we added up something like about more than about 900 million or something, he put it in. And that going over there on a yearly basis, where all the money is spent over there, that needs to be checked and accounted for. Because somewhere, somehow, somebody getting money out of that in somebody else's pocket. This situation that is speaking about congregating and things, and they don't want to open the beaches, people partying normal outside here.
Correct.
They go past by the bar and say, you see man and them talking by the bar like they kiss each other. All of these things taking place outside here. So what you're trying to say, that people go to the beaches and they go congregate in the beaches, check what's going on outside, they open up the country, they open up the wrong sort of thing. And that is what have it going where it's going. Because in the beginning, what they're supposed to have done when they get the money and instead of they go on they're supposed to shut down the country for about 21 days and that actually go over in the country.
Thank you, my friend. So viewers, you expect Carnival 2022, you know. Expect it. But expect it under a safe zone card. I'm telling you, expect it. But expect it under a safe zone card. Because the bars are safe zone. And where do you go for Carnival? By a bar playing music and people dancing. So here it is. Minister of Health Terence Singh stated that the Ministry of Legal Department is looking at the situation to determine if there is any legal ramification to this practice. Now, he added that if there are any legal ramification, then the ministry will deal with it. Listen to this.
We have been looking at that because those same reports did come to us. Thank you for raising the issue. And currently, the legal department is in fact looking at it. What will happen is that the database that we are building now will eventually bring all of that to light.
So viewers, what he's talking about there is that persons are using more than one vaccination card to get vaccine of their choice. So be very careful, viewers. We are out of time for tonight. We all probably have about 1 minute left. But I just want to encourage you tonight. Continue looking at Real Talk with Saieed Ali. Continue sharing our page, Real Talk with Saieed Ali. Continue telling your neighbors and your friends about Real Talk with Saieed Ali. Remember, there's a rerun of this program tomorrow morning from 11:30. Every day there's a rerun from 11:30 to 12:30. We are live on Synergy Network Monday to Friday from 7 to 8 p.m. Remember, for the rest of December month, the South sub-office of Real Talk Group of Companies is offering to you, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, 2.75%. So don't miss out, viewers. 242-7690 or 339-1670. We are open in South for business. So viewers, until we meet again, be safe, enjoy the night. Allahumma salli ala anta rakama ule ba ina ata anta. When God blessed Pharaoh Pharaoh invested to make many more. When God blessed you with your money, invest it in a proper fixed deposit system where you can get a high return and watch your blessings grow. Until we meet again, good night.